What day is it?
The 15th of June.
A month?
Devil May Cry 5 officially launched 5 years ago in 2019 alongside Resident Evil 2 Remake, which was a month apart, by the way. So, these were both back-to-back amazing entries for Capcom, and it makes sense knowing that Devil May Cry originated from Resident Evil actually. Well, Resident Evil 4 to be specific, but ultimately overall that the fact that these games were amazing was just really showing that Capcom was giving a damn. They were putting in their all to give us games that were just amazing in quality, giving us amazing experiences. And Devil May Cry 5, I cannot stress to you on how amazing this game is, how awesome this game is. If you have not played Devil May Cry 5, go ahead and do yourself a favor and play it in any way, shape, or form. I do recommend getting the special edition if you do have a next-gen platform like a PS5 or Xbox Series X or whatever. But if you do have a console from last gen like a PS4 or Xbox One, get the default version, because even if the special edition has some additional bonus modes, or the fact that it just has Vergil in it, don't worry, you can buy Vergil as an additional DLC character for the default version, so you're not missing out fully on anything. It's amazing, it really is. I was playing this game recently and I had some of the biggest smiles on my face, the biggest grins on just playing through it and having a great time overall. This is one of the best action-packed hack and slash games I've ever played, hands down, and the best Devil May Cry game I played ever. Like ever. Polished, refined, everything about it, the combat, the way the music is dynamic, and how you're fighting, how you can go from fighting in a not so extraordinary way to fighting in an extraordinary way, and the music trying to keep up with that pace is awesome. It's so the feeling you get, it is super satisfying, and it makes you feel like a badass. It makes you feel like that you're on top of things, you're in control of things, that you are just kicking demonic ass in style. And that is what I'm talking about. Casey Edwards, Ali Edwards, the composers, everybody on the music team, everybody that worked on the music for this game, the soundtrack overall, killed it. Definitely top 5 favorite soundtracks in a video game. Awesome. Probably top 5 favorite soundtracks in anything, actually. I could just listen to the music, whether it's like very soothing and relaxing, or whether it's just bombastic and just heart pumping and everything. I love it. It's like Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, with how it really just keeps up the pace with your combat, your maneuvers, your overall fighting style. It's awesome. And I love that you can play from 4 different characters now. You have Vergil being the additional overpowered son of a gun he is. I mean, Vergil breaks that cliche of how, you know, the meme where any character that you unlock post-game that was either the antagonist or the villain of the story, and they were really powerful in the story, you know how there's that meme, and then when you unlock them, they're just garbage, or just not as powerful as the main character themselves, and they just lack a lot of that. Vergil kicks the hell out of that. Literally obliterates that. Vergil is overpowered. Vergil is an absolute storm. I mean, Vergil is the storm that is approaching. And also, God bless Casey Edwards. Oh my. Casey Edwards and Bury the Light. I mean, Casey Edwards and a lot of his work is amazing. If you have not checked out Casey Edwards' work, listen to his work. The man is insanely talented. the man's great. Everybody on the music team here is great. I refer to it as a music team. That's a very unprofessional way of referring to that as. But seriously, I'm not joking. The music in this game is awesome. Everything about it's awesome. The combat's awesome. Nero with his Red Queen motorcycle-like sword, his powerful chargeable Blue Rose revolver. It is so good playing as Nero here with his very versatile selection of devil breakers. The variety he has is absolutely amazing. It adds to the gameplay and it makes the experience even better when playing as Nero. These stylistic, very passive aggressive type of playstyle where he can kind of just like taunt in the background as his demonic summons that look familiar, which they are. They're from DMC 1 as they attack certain demonic threats here and there. It's awesome to see just him just doing his thing in the background, whether he's playing an invisible violin or reading the book or whatever, you know. It's just great. Like, he's reading poetry, playing the violin. It just adds to the flavor of the game. And then Dante is the most versatile son of a gun in this game too. He's a bit challenging to get accustomed to, but overall, he can do a lot of crazy stuff, which makes sense because this is the crazy wacky wahoo pizza man that we know. This is the man that we know from the early 2000s that is just a wild one at heart, and I love that. I love that a lot. Dante, Nero, everybody here, they definitely have a lot of maturity here. It shows that they have evolved over time, but I cannot get over how great the gameplay is, how great the music is, how great the story is too. I love the story. I'm not saying this is the most groundbreaking story, but for a Devil May Cry game, I think this is my favorite story by far. I love how insanely high it goes. I do. I really do. I cannot get over the story beats and how it just pays off at the very end and one of the best ways possible. It feels like a love letter. I know it's an overused term, but a love letter to all Devil May Cry fans. Really overall, like, I mean, well, mainly the OG fans, the veteran fans themselves, getting references to DMC 1, to DMC 3, to even DMC 4. I know that's more of the recent, but that was a game from a decade ago. This is a sequel developed a decade later, and it's great that pretty much just know what they're talking about and feel like you're just in the loop of it all and just know that, hey, yeah, I know what happens in these games. I knew all of that, and that's great. It feels like this is one of the best sequels. I'm just trying to boil it down to that. It's one of the best sequels, and I know I'm very off script for this, but I'm just trying to speak from the heart here, and it may not be the best, but I cannot express how much love I have for this game in a script. I cannot. It feels robotic to me. I have to say that this game is one of the best. I cannot stress it enough. And I know I don't sound like this in my Resident Evil videos, but Devil May Cry 5, man, I was playing this game. I'm just having a great time playing through it. And I'm literally right here on my PlayStation. I'm just amped up to play it. I'm just here editing and everything. And I'm all up for playing it once more. I have to keep playing it. I have to keep playing this game, man. I love replaying the last mission, the final boss fight itself is my favorite in the entire series because I love what it built, what it is, what everything built up to it did for it. It works a lot. It works insanely well. Everything about this game. I think this game's a 10 out of 10. I'm not trying to sound like a complete kiss ass, but you know what? This game's a 10 out of 10. Critically, probably a 9 out of 10, but a 10 out of 10 overall. If you're a Devil May Cry fan, give this game a shot if you have not already. Play this game. If you're not a Devil May Cry fan, I still encourage you to play this game. Play it. I think it's worth your money. You can wait on sale if you like, but play it. I think it's worth full price admission. And I want to talk about the story, but I really don't want to get all into it just in case of spoilers. But you might be seeing spoilers on screen, actually. But you know what? Actually, I might save that for a different video. But this is just me saying, play Devil May Cry. I love Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is awesome. Devil May Cry 5 specifically, mainly, is awesome. It's June 15th. It's the day our heroes went on to conclude this return yet finale to the Sons of Sparta themselves. And I'm all for what they're going to do for Devil May Cry 6. Whatever they're doing, I'm hoping it's absolutely amazing. But you know what? I'm still all for it. So with that, I'm going to conclude right here and not drag on the video because I'm just going on crazy about this game. But you know what? Also, I'm going to link down in the description below Susie the Spear Hunter's video on it, as well as the reaction from Maximilian Dude, the video that actually helped me get into Maximilian Dude's videos a lot because I love his reactions. One of my favorite reactions, my all-time favorite reaction to this game, and definitely one of my favorite reactions I've seen from anyone, because there were not a lot of strong Devil May Cry reactions that I was trying to look for, but Max's was the one that really knocked it out of the park. It made me smile, and it made me just feel like, yeah, there's still other people out there who just love Devil May Cry as much as I do. So go ahead, boot it back up if you have it installed, or if you do not have it installed, install it. Play Devil May Cry 5 once more. Give it a shot. It's the 5th anniversary. It was back in March. I'm a bit late, but hey, here we are. June 15th. Let's go. So as always, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope each and every one of you have a great and safe day. Thank you. Or shall I say,
Don't you dare say it, jackpot!